Okay, so we've been trying to rebuild this block here up here, and so far we've got the outer if block bit and the action that we want to happen if the condition is true. We just have to figure out how to stick the condition in. And what we saw on the Greenfoot side is to be able to compile what we have so far, to be able to actually run it, we had to stick a condition in here. So I stuck in a true. And I like to, just as a general rule, test out what I have so far and make sure that what I have so far is doing what I expect. So yeah, since it's true, we're going to move 3. If I change this to false, false is the other Boolean value, so it'll still compile. But now if I press 1, nothing happens, because if the condition is false, this doesn't happen. So we would never, in a final finished project, you would never say have true or false here. It just doesn't make any sense. If you instead of just saying if true, move 3, you would just say move 3. And instead of saying if false, move 3, you just wouldn't have anything there, right? But we need to put in we need to fill in an actual condition, just like this is an actual condition. So to get the move, to see that we could do a move, what we did was we right-clicked on the object and we looked down to see what kinds of methods this guy has. What can we do? And we saw that there's a move, and let's see what that does. And we knew we could have something to do, but there's nothing equivalent to this key space pressed over here. There's nothing like that if you look through the object and the actor and the cat itself. So we have to look a little farther, and actually, so in Scratch, all the blocks that are available to you are shown to you right on the side here. But Java's a little more complicated because different objects can do different things, and there are actually things called class methods that only apply to a particular class, so you can't right-click on that guy. So I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second here. We'll go to the Help menu and go down to Greenfoot class documentation, and that will show you all the classes in the Greenfoot package. And so, for example, here's Actor. I'm just going to open this up in another tab just so you can see. Actor will show you all the things that an actor can do, which is quite a bit, right? But this includes the move method, so you get details on the move method in the documentation. You see it has a void return type, and it has one parameter that's an integer. So now let's look at the Greenfoot class. It says this utility class provides methods to control the simulation and interact with the system. So this is where you find things like ask to get input from the user, or delay to stop the action for a certain amount of time, get key to get the most recently pressed key. And there's also this method that we're going to use called isKeyDown. Now you'll notice all of these methods have this keyword static next to them. That's because these methods belong not to an object, but they belong to the Greenfoot class. And that's going to mean that we have to write things a little bit differently. And you'll see that when it comes time to write it. But so it's a static method, meaning it belongs to the Greenfoot class. It has a Boolean return type, and that's what's important for us right now. We need an expression that's Boolean. And any method with a Boolean return type is a Boolean expression. So is key down is the method that we need to use. And this has one parameter called key name, and it has this weird parameter type, java.lang.string. What that means is the key name needs to be a string, and string is actually a class in the java.lang package. Okay, so basically what that's saying, when you see this gobbledygook right here that ends with string, what that means is you need to put in an argument with quotes around it when you try to use this guy. Okay, and actually up at the top, I think they give you names of the keys. So it's similar to what we saw in Scratch. Where is it? Where we had these were all that we could use: space, up arrow, down arrow, A, B, C, and so on. In Greenfoot, where did I put it? Oh yeah, in Greenfoot you could use these, and they don't say up arrow, but they say up, down, left, right for the cursor keys. Okay, so so this is this is the method we're gonna use for our condition, and we will actually plug that in the next and get things working in the next video.